or to what you do. What shall you do with divinity?
I won't return the God King, that's for sure. We're gonna fulfill our destiny as the God Woken and become the new divine.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the God-woken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm he was loved, worshipped and adored. Humans, lizards, elves and dwarves all rallied to his banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, I was freed of the God King's terrible tyranny. I avoided an eternity of pain and suffering. Now I fight for the other side. Now, I fight for the divine.
Well, divinity suits you.
Even Red Princess.
Malady stands.
Well, here we are again. Let an eyeful your...
She turns to you.
Look at you. Actually, except for one.
She fingers the mark.
We've come a long way together. I did my soon, but relax, enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Ah, and when the time you're her.
Without that, she remains the same. Phoenix. It's got firebrand also.
Daddy! Looky! It takes you a moment.
Let's go. That's a new pet. Hey, what about Sir Laura now? He should be grateful now.
Well, Quirkers. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks are in order. What? No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great acorn. You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quirkers, some creatures have no sense of perspective.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this God King and his lackeys, there would have been very little left for me to say.
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling air with the sound of dry dust.
Ah, Quirkers! Please, have a little decorum. This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there.
Great Acorn is Brachus Rex, and Knights of Dre are probably the Void Woken or the Black Ring. However you put it, God King army.
They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order. Once and for that is the future Quirkers and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield. But we are very happy. The honor is all mine. I pray we will not need to call on you. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant. But there is no one Ow! Quirkers! There is no one that we would rather have walked this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest. Come, Quirkers. We must... Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
The cat curls up and snuggles into his squirrel friend, who quietly...
Well, If it isn't the new divine...
Tarquin smirked.
I didn't come all this way to show that it... No, of course I intend...
Alright, now they're all happy. when you become
Amazing,
the
I'm
divine.
still here. Well, that relationship always was. You're so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
Gareth is...
Time. Time.
Gareth's
Gareth.
mind wanders once more.
Goodbye, Garrett.
Ah, there. I was hoping you'd come find us again. I've never known a god before they became...
She gives you a long, assessing look.
Really?
She paces around you.
Well, you certainly look the same. Don't you feel it? Maybe you should give it a bit... Let's do good.
Till she roots.
Lohse winks. Lohse sings to herself.
One loss is fine. She's always fine as a succubus. Fun is fucking missing. Red Prince is here, but the fun is not. So fucking strange.
East brushes to
I know it's the same old sea breeze I've always smelled, but it's different. And who'd have thought it?
Beast
Beast
is also
begins.
happy.
The laugh fades away, and the...
That's what I'll find ways to excite myself. Always do. Something tells me it's all going to be.
He winks.
You hear the cupboard?
He pauses.
They seem happy to me, all of them, with descending. If you pick with the Eternals, no one is happy. Don't tell me fun is not on a ship, goddammit, and Red Prince is.
It gives me... I am at the ready.
You look out, and with a start, war raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King.
Nice.
The Empire used the war to expand its territory.
Not nice.
With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance.
Nice.
Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And on the integrity of the elven Godwoken who did not ascend.
Okay.
And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx battled on. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess.
Which is no more.
Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void, but she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior. The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom to lead the dwarves in the fight against the Void. After a series of public blunders, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on. As the new mother, Sabine found a great forest and founded a new elven homeland. Elves flocked to her and worshipped her as a goddess. Sabine swore never to kill again, but once in a while she'd look at her needle and smile. And then there was you. You, Fane, the eternal divine. What did you do with your power? What kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Did you wish you'd surrendered the power that runs through your veins and sealed the veil? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
This was definitely the last playthrough of Divinity.